Festival Hall in London, which stands within the borough of Lambeth.
The opportunity to be a part of something that brings community together. It's about people coming together, supporting one another. That's the reason I'm here.
Everyone is welcome in this building. In the foyer spaces there are like poetry groups and break dancers and mums groups and the skaters downstairs, and I think that's really what culture is all about, I suppose, this sort of melting pot.
People come here and they have a time of their lives dancing and making friends.
We love Imagine Festival. It was brilliant.
So many great experiences at the South Bank. I love that place. I go there to think, I go there to see shows. I sort of carry this desire that everyone will experience that space.
A very good afternoon to you. I declare this convocation open, and I call upon the President and Vice-Chancellor, Professor Christoph Lindner, to give his address.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty and colleagues, proud friends and families, and most importantly, our exceptional graduates. Welcome to the Royal College of Art's 2025 Convocation Ceremony. We're all really excited to be here, and it's because we're here to celebrate the extraordinary achievements of the RCA's graduating students. And for the whole of our community, this is such a significant and joyous moment. And so on behalf of everyone at the college, we want to offer you our warmest congratulations. Now, of course, no one reaches this level of achievement alone, and so I want to extend my deepest thanks to everyone who has helped support our students during their time at the Royal College of Art, from our tutors, technicians, and researchers, to the many staff working across our workshops, our estates, the library, registry, student support, and beyond. And very very importantly, to the friends, families, the loved ones who have championed our students every step of the way, thank you for being there for them. So, choosing a path in the creative industries can feel daunting and at times uncertain. But it's also deeply necessary. Art and design have never been more urgently needed in our world. We need new ways of thinking. We need bold imagination. We need empathy, and we need vision. And you, our graduands, bring all of that and so much more. And so we applaud your commitment, not just to your own practice, but to the wider social, cultural, and environmental challenges your work will engage. Hopefully you've used your time here, not just to develop your own voice, but also to build friendships, collaborations, and networks that will carry forward far beyond today, whether your next chapter is here in the UK or anywhere in the world. Today, we celebrate your ideas, your energy, your persistence, and your courage. And we hope you will stay connected to the RCA and with each other, because you are now part of a global community of alumni, friends, peers, collaborators, who together continue to push boundaries, challenge norms, and shape the future of our world through the power of art and design. And I'd like to end by sharing why I have so much confidence in our graduates' ability to change the world for the better. And the answer comes from what so many of us experience when we see our students' work in the form of exhibitions. This year, the RCA end-of-year show, which showcased work from across all of our programs and campuses, as well as the moments along the way during the year when different programs had opportunities to share student work. When we put all of this together, over 30,000 people, 30,000 members of the public and industry specialists came to our doors and engaged and saw and spent time with your work. And I mention that because it matters. Something we do at the RCA that I think is very special. Everything we create is designed to be shared with others. And that is a beautiful and powerful thing. But really importantly, the feedback that we've received this year from experts and industry professionals and members of the public who spent time in looking at your work, the feedback we received was overwhelmingly positive. People were quite literally blown away by what they saw. The originality, the creativity, and very importantly, the way in which in your work across all of our programs, you really challenge the conventions of disciplines. You defy expectations exactly as it should be. And another reason why we have so much confidence in your ability to change the world is because of the kinds of themes that you engage in your work. And this year, a few of those themes that really stood out for me were the ways in which, across programs, students addressed the climate crisis and thought long, hard, deeply, responsibly, ethically, and creatively about how to be more sustainable, how to build more livable futures. And that is essential, and that is urgent. Technology was another theme that was very present across your work. Technology in all forms, including new digital and emerging forms like AI. But what I noticed is the way in which your work engaged technology was not about technology simply being a tool. It was about technology being something that we can use to restore agency to people, to empower people and communities. And I think that is a really important way to approach the opportunities and innovations of technology. And finally, just as it's been for the last almost 200 years at the RCA, there was throughout the work of our students a love for making. Really embracing materials and craft and creative and critical making, including in its digital forms. And I think in our world, where so much of our everyday lives is becoming increasingly immaterial and disconnected, being regrounded through making is very, very important. So putting all that together, it gives us at the RCA hope for the future. It makes us excited and optimistic about the future you are going to build. And it makes us believe that what we do when we come together in an educational environment like the RCA to explore the potential of art and design, that mission has meaning now and will have meaning for the future. So thank you for inspiring us. Please come back and visit us. Keep us posted on your stories and your adventures. We cannot wait to see what comes next. The world needs your creativity. Congratulations and good luck. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Christoph. I now call upon Heads of Program, Dr. Chris Mitchell and Dr. Esther Teichmann, to introduce the graduating students in the school.
Master of Creative Education, presented by Dr. Chris Mitchell. Q. Ann. Arpita Banzali. Madeline Churchill. Srinija Komandur. Yara DeFries. Thomas Burton Downs. Niall Gorey. Shenzi Guan. Amit Garfield Ho. Mary Lam G. King. Kerway Lee. Ayushi Sharma. Jennifer Stanford. Stephen Todd. Shoei Shi. Xiasun Yu. The Postgraduate Certificate in Creative Education, presented by Dr. Chris Mitchell. Katharina Atanasopoulou. Alva Fader Rodriguez. Whitney Francois Cole. Melanie Flory. Stephanie Freud. Holly Christina Alexandra Graham. Jack Hardiger. Ian Hunter. Ian Hunter. Lisa Chang Lee. Gabriel Mansfield. Sabrina Moriala. Lisa Pierre. Jessica Robinson.
Master of Research, presented by Dr. Esther Teichmann. Master of Research, Nivo Olmog. Chufan Cao. Ximing Cao. Leona Lingjia Jiang. Tianyu Chen. Helen Emily Davey. Shuifei Ding. Finn Dovey. Emma Doyle. Du Ting Xuan. Xin Qiang Duan. Ishika Goswami. Simgi Guklu. Tsing Yi Han. Yishosho Han. Gemma Louisa Adela Yano Holdaway. Shinmao Hu. Wu-Tang Yang. Hyo Jae Kim. Stuart Lee. Ibin Liu. Leela Louis. Catherine Miranda Miller. Shela Umtitimila. John Offenbach. Lydia Painter. Fan Pan. Bhumika Patti. Ray Ben Hare. Jay Sethi. Sarah Tan. Feng Wang. Sinan Wang. Suen Wang. Yitong Wang. Shu Rong Thae. Yi Yang. Xin Yui. Yi Xuan Zhao. Goansei Zhou. Yiming Zhou. Graduate Diploma in Art and Design presented by Gary Clough. Graduate Diploma. Musa Alameri. Maha Walid Al-Jafari. Romana Ashraf. Oh, wait, is it? So Ellie Atkinson, Lily Atkinson, Abraham Atahualpa Badillo de la Rosa, Matilda Battisti, Justine Brandt, Tom Cayley. Ingra Chen. Mary Rose Cunningham. Kaushani Dutta. Benedict de Nonville. Wen J. Fung. Clara Fakisheva. Mariana Giedelman. Taylor Graham. J. Jean Gristock. Holly Hallowell. Cheyu Huang. Charatha Jarosimbat. Hey, hey, hey. E. Fan Zhang. Marie-Jean Yukich. Georgina Kalasian. Gaurav Karat. Tongyang Kim. Hyerin Kim. Ian Kim. Mayenjin Kawa. Madeline Lacroix. Se Yun Lee. Liu Xia Yi. Isaiah Lusala. Golda McKay, Georgie McLaurin, Michelle Kameni Mwikali, Elias Kit Myerson, Ki Yunmin Nam, Ruth Oshavez, Tioma Onwuzliki, Ilona Pataki, Lakshmi Priya Pillai, Motika Reddy Pinam Reddy, Isabel Plant, Leila Puya Khan, Igor Prato Luna, Monisha Puri, Min Jong Ru, Abigail Samuel, Sani Mohammed, Brianna Serka, Abney Shenoy, Robert Magnus Thompson, Miley Torres Baker, Thomas Rivers van der Klucht, Isabel Waha, Jui Tier Wu, Hao Hao Zhang, Meishan Zhao, and an additional one for the PgCert in Creative Education. I'm delighted to announce Kevin Haley.
Thank you very much, Chris and Esther. I call upon the public orator, Professor of Contemporary Art, Chantal Faust, to introduce the honour round.
Thank you. Pro-Chancellor, may I present to you this year's Fellow of the Royal College of Art. Fellowships are conferred on members of staff whose contributions have greatly benefited the college. Our Professor of Design and Materials, Sharon Borley, completed her PhD at the RCA in 1997, with award-winning research now on permanent display in the Science Museum that bridged engineering and design to develop new three-dimensional textile materials. In 2014, she first returned to the college as head of design products, a fitting 360 and welcome home for someone whose career has been dedicated to circularity. Since 2018, Sharon has been director of the RCA's Materials Science Research Centre, building it into a world-leading hub for design-led research on materials with a focus on sustainability, health and well-being. Through this, the Textile Circularity Centre was established, envisioning a circular future for materials and clothing, from new social networks of production to bioprocesses that turn waste into textiles. Sharon has taken this research beyond the lab and the tower, and from Battersea to East London to Sao Paulo, inviting thousands to imagine a circular fashion future. Today, we recognize her vision, her leadership, and her enduring contribution with a fellowship of the Royal College of Art.
Thank you very much, Chantal. I now call upon the head of doctoral programs, Professor Hala Mansour, and the heads of program, Beth Hughes, Dr. Dubravka Selic, Dr. Tandy Lowenson, Dr. Christina Geros, and Professor Graham Booker to introduce the remaining graduate students in the school.
Doctor of Philosophy, Kemal Delker. Maria Bernadette Paez Gonzalez. Colin Polworth. Georgia Faye White.
Masters of Architecture, presented with Adrian Hood, Zakia Ahmed. Charlotte Amos. Konstantina Antonievou. Maria Barim. Sabina Bacholtete. Hannah Baraka. Florence Babor. William Barker. Olivia Bayliss. Maisie Bishop. Sila Chakir. Wanzi Chung. Leslie Chung. Sui Lim Silin Chung. Chu Yun Ching. Stanley Chick. Victoria Yi San Chong. Olivia Juliette Clement. Samuel Cook. Gabriela Daza Acero. Eduardo de Miguel Munoz. Anna Vegliani. Summer Derbyshire. Zeki Mehmet Emin. Xiaobin Fan. Mariam Fawaz. Brandon Fong. Francesca Foster Mosley. Georgina Grantham. Eric Michael Guzman Chelly. Timothy Hatch. Katie Hughes, Sophie Hughes, Manon Iaz, Emanuela Itopo, Lovely Jane Javier, Jen Jing, Thomas Kerbell, I forgot the Oliver, Nesrin Kiani, Jeong Kim, Katazena Joanna Clara, Nana Ekwe Kwating, Jaden Lau, Huimin Law, Donghyun Julian Lee, Lim Theng Shun Jordan, Ching Yang Lin, Rebecca Miller, Jia Yu Mu, Chilma Olegbo, Oyin Kosola Amatola, Michalo Revi, Vasiliki Pizzili, Alexander James Pollard, Amber Prost, Ki Wei Chiang, Max Jack Randall, Anne Schaefer, Angelica Scorgi, Hadassah Shalaev, George Anthony Vernon Smith, Robin Sparks, Cicely Stanford, Ella Stoneham Bull, Taki Ivanson, Kacharapon Tayarich, Bo Shen-Tan, Victor Taliki, Maria Tsitalu, Harissa Turner, Nanchali Rebecca Waite, Daniel Reese Wakefield, Alistair Walker, Maya Walters, Joanne Wan, Ten Wang, Yunan Wang, Deidre Young, Zai Zhu Yu, and Dorothy Zhang.
So, city design presented by Dr. Adrian Lahoud, Yang Chan, Nadia Ferram, Tia Han, Zihan Lu, Amina Saudi, Fan Sun, Shuan Lu, Ha Yang Yang.
Now we have the M-Arch design practice presented by Sandra Denica-Polka. Paul Adejo. Li Shuyang Kao. Jalen Chechen. Alicia Khalil Chowdhury. Chi Wei Dong. Kai Long Guo. Darrow Hoare. Lilia Kuksina. Jinglan Lin. Liu Pin Chun. Cassidy Mei Fan Lo. Paul Mensa Biosca. Xinwei Shentu. Shiyu Wang. Hyungji Yang.
Masters of Environmental Architecture, presented with Dr. Camille Dalkir. Elizabeth Cervantes Sosa. Yu Yang Chin. Annalie Dalgish. Fang Suwen. Siyu Gao. Claudia Lehman. Marie Lehman. Robin Lee. Yaki Liu. Yiming Sun. Xiangdong Tang. William Tees. Ludmila Tishkova. Cindy Yu. Eva She. Haoja Yu. Shuyu Zhu. Okay.
It's an honour and a privilege to read the names of the graduating class Interior Design 2025. I'm Professor Graham Brooker, and my colleague Dr. Tanya Lopez-Winkler will present the students to me. First of all, Fatma Abukata Abu Talib Mohammed. Well done. Gunjan Alawat. Well done, Gunjan. Lina Aladarus. Well done, Lina. Natalie Elizabeth Aldridge. Well done, Natalie. Laura Seskon Avidisian. Ashia Bansal. Congratulations. Mandy Bebari. Asta Butte. Well done, man. Jennifer Brown. Mariana Pinto Di Carmo Costa. Ayun Shen. Yijing Chen. Yingling Shen. Yuxi Chen. Yuxan Chen. Emma Koche. Oh. Gemma Marie Collins. Well done, you. Ida Koskum. Luisa de Silva Milmo. Georgina Doherty. Rongbo Fan. Xishan Fan. Ludovica Frau. Rutong Geng. Senia Savia Gomez. Zuoya Go. Yorara Hatano. Well done. Eleanor Henry. Weishen Piasai. Jianyi Huang. Xingyi Huang. Yizha Huang. Xiu Huang. Xuandian Dian Jiang. Rina Zhong. Chester Kila. Yurim Lee. Jiaru Li. Kwokfung Justin Lee. Well done, Justin. Ryuxio Li. Xiying Lang. Jia Lin. Sishen Lui. Joanna Lockwood. Yi Lu. Natalia Mikloskovikova. Yes. Navia Nagbal. Vashali Odedra. Christina Orshachak. Bezen Pan. Anya Papatanachai. It's not on the list. Oh, there, sorry. Sorry. Zoe Anatoy. Sorry, no, where was I? Juliet Porris. Khwaja Lukman Sadiq. Sham Salim. Well played. Tanvi Saki. Ananya Sebastian. Surin Seo. Amelia Teagan. Ruyang Teng. Alexandra Umanska. Siha Vedi. Oki Eunice Wan. Xianan Wang. Huashu Wang. Yuxian Wang. Francesca Woodman. Zanyi Zhu. Annie Zhu. Yuyin Zhu. Xuan Yi. And last, but by no means least, Yanhao Yu. Thank you.
My thanks to all my RCA colleagues on the stage. I now have pleasure in calling upon the President and Vice President of the Students' Union, Leona Chang and Sashita Shrigana Pathiraju, to speak on behalf of the students.
Hi, I'm Leona.
Hi, and I'm Sachita.
Hi, everyone, and a very special hello to all our graduating students. How are you? I'm Leona Lin Jiechang, your Students' Union President, and it's such an honor to be standing here with you today. Today feels so special. Seeing everyone in their gowns is even more exciting than seeing our grades. It's been a journey full of challenges and surprises, but here we are. We made it. Do you remember the first days at RCA? Some of us got lost in the Kensington corridors, and others got lost in Moodle. We started off confused, and today we stand here as graduates. We've lived through sleepless nights, stressful shows, crazy deadlines, but we also shared little joys. Late night snacks, endless runs with friends, those sudden sparks of inspiration, and the moment our exhibition succeeded and came to life. These are the memories that make RCA unforgettable. Here, we want to thank our tutors and staff who saw us go from, what am I doing here, to, wow, look what I've made. And also our family and friends who still picked up our calls when we were stressed out. You will always be RCA. What RCA taught us is not only how to make work, but how to use creativity to respond to the world. Graduation is not an ending, but the beginning of a new chapter. So take with you courage, imagination, and that confidence of, if I survived Chris, I can survive anything into your future. Thank you. Sachita.
Well, thank you, Leona. Can I hear some noise, please? Ooh, Thank you. Well, hello, families, friends, and of course, class of 2025. As I look around this room today, I see more than just faces. I see brilliance. I see some of the finest artists, designers, and thinkers this part of the world has seen or is yet to see. So like many of you here, I've come as an international student. And never, honestly, could I have imagined that one day I'll be standing here in front of the stage addressing you as your vice president. But here I am, and here we are. I know within my heart that none of us were meant to be just common, because for us, I believe even the sky is not the limit. And as creatives, I truly believe we hold a very important position, the power to question, to challenge, to imagine, to provoke, to inspire, and most importantly, to lead by example. Our positions, I believe, are one of responsibility. Responsibility to shake this world awake, to disrupt old systems, to reimagine better ones, to inspire social change that lasts long beyond our times here. So I implore you, treat today not as the closing of a chapter, but as the beginning of a lifelong story. The world needs your courage, your vision, and most importantly, your soul. So class of 2025, take up your space, create without fear, and give the world your direction, and most importantly, your disruption.
So,
and on behalf of
the SU,
congratulations.
Today is your moment.
Woo.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Leona and Sashita. I also would like to congratulate all the students here today. Now then, take a deep breath. You are now graduates of the #1 art and design school in the world, the Royal College of Art. And as you heard from Christoph earlier, you're going into a world that sorely needs your talents. With that, I declare this convocation closed. Thank you very much.